Listen closely. All chosen ones, this message is urgent and needs to reach you before tomorrow concerning the rare lunar events slated for October 17th, 2025, which you absolutely shouldn't miss. The next 24 hours promise to be transformative, so please listen very, very closely. The fact that this message has found its way to you isn't due to some random algorithm. It's by divine appointment. In the quantum field, there are no accidents, only alignments. And right now, the unique frequency of your soul is perfectly attuned to receive this critical transmission. Before we delve into the cosmic mechanics of what's about to unfold, I need you to immediately take 3 actions to ground your energy and safeguard your energetic field. First, like this video to send a signal of resonance back to the universe, letting it know you're receiving. Second, subscribe to the channel and turn on all notifications because downloads and updates will be coming thick and fast over the next few days, and you really can't afford to miss a single one. And third, type 777 inches, the comments section right now to affirm your connection to the angelic realms and open the channel for the blessings that are just waiting for you. Don't hesitate, time is of the essence. The energetic window for this initial activation is already starting to close. Tomorrow, October 17th, 2025, the world will wake up, and for the vast majority, it will seem like just another ordinary Friday. However, for you, the awakened ones, the star seeds, the light workers, the pioneers of the new earth, you will feel it deep within every cell of your being, a seismic fundamental shift in the very fabric of reality itself. This isn't just another full moon. To even describe it as such would be a profound understatement. What's actually occurring is a trifecta of cosmic convergence. A rare celestial event with a specific energetic signature that hasn't been witnessed for over a century. We're witnessing the Hunter's full moon at a critical degree in the warrior sign of Aries, but at the very same time, it's forming a direct, supercharged conjunction with Chiron, the wounded healer, and a volatile square to Pluto, the planet of karmic transformation. This is a sacred echo, a celestial alarm clock ringing specifically for those of you who carry the codes of the new paradigm within your DNA. The universe is about to perform open-heart surgery on the collective consciousness, and you, chosen one, are both on the operating table and simultaneously the surgeon. This paradox is the key to fully understanding what will be happening over the next 24 hours. The powerful energies pouring onto the planet are specifically designed to trigger a profound and final healing of your deepest, most sacred wound. That one persistent pain, that shadow that has followed you through countless lifetimes, the very thing you believe makes you weak or somehow broken, is about to be revealed as your greatest source of power, your personal philosopher's stone with which to turn lead into gold. The Aries moon, ruled by Mars, is injecting a fiery, courageous, and absolutely uncompromising energy directly into your auric field. It embodies the energy of the divine spiritual warrior, demanding that you finally confront head-on what you've been running away from for so long. This isn't a gentle nudge from the universe. This is a full-force celestial intervention. It's going to be intense. It's going to be emotional. And for a short period, it might even feel overwhelmingly chaotic. You may very well have already been feeling the prelude to this event. Have you been experiencing sudden bouts of exhaustion or conversely inexplicable jolts of energy, perhaps around 3:00 a.m.? Have you noticed a persistent ringing in your ears, a sudden change in your dietary cravings or old memories and faces from your past bubbling up to the surface of your mind for no readily apparent reason? These aren't random occurrences. They're the physical and energetic symptoms of your body preparing itself for a massive frequency upgrade. The crystalline structures within your cells are being actively awakened by the incoming light codes, and your entire being is being recalibrated to hold a much higher dimension of consciousness. This is the 5D energy shift that so many have been talking about, and it's not something that's happening in the distant future. It's happening right now. And the full moon of October 17th is the primary gateway. The commonly held belief about a full moon is that it simply amplifies emotions. People generally expect to feel a little more sensitive, a little more reactive. But the reality of this particular celestial event utterly shatters that expectation. This isn't simply about feeling more emotional. It's about a complete and total alchemical transmutation of your emotional body. The conjunction with Chiron is the critical factor in all of this. Chiron is the archetype of the wounded healer. It represents the wound that never fully heals, but through our direct experience of it, we gain the wisdom and understanding to heal others. Under the influence of this full moon, the raw, unfiltered energy of Aries is shining a spotlight directly onto that primordial wound. It's illuminating every single corner of your shadow self, not as some form of punishment, but for the purpose of integration. You will be shown with undeniable clarity the very root of your deepest insecurities, your recurring patterns of self-sabotage, and the limiting beliefs that have been holding you back. This could manifest as a sudden emotional release, a wave of grief or anger that seems to come from absolutely nowhere. Do not suppress it. Do not fear it. You must allow yourself to feel it fully, because within that feeling lies the ultimate release. This is a sacred purge. You're not falling apart. You're simply shedding a skin that has become far too small for the magnificent being you're in the process of becoming. The universe is asking you to simultaneously be the warrior and the healer, to have the courage to face your own deepest pain and the compassion to hold yourself with gentle, loving kindness throughout the entire process. This is the initiation. The next 24 hours will certainly test you, but the reward on the other side is a level of freedom and personal power that you've only ever dreamed of. It's the end of a karmic cycle that has been on repeat for generations within your lineage. You are the one who breaks the chain. You are the anchor for a brand new reality. If you are ready and willing to transform your wound into your greatest strength, I want you to comment, "I am healing," down below to anchor this very specific frequency into your reality. By typing these words, you are sending a crystal clear message to the cosmos that you consent to this profound transformation, and that you are ready to wholeheartedly receive the unwavering support of your spirit guides, your ancestors, your higher self. This is a conscious act of co-creation. The energy is freely available to absolutely everyone, but it must be actively claimed. The square aspect to Pluto in Aquarius adds another layer of incredible urgency and sheer power to this momentous event. Pluto is the planet of death, rebirth, and profound soul-level transformation. A square is an aspect of tension and conflict, forcing action and unequivocally demanding change. With Pluto in the revolutionary sign of Aquarius, this tension is focused on dismantling old, outdated structures. On a global scale, we will see this manifest in society in numerous ways. But for you personally, the battlefield is internal. This Mars-Pluto square is like a cosmic wrecking ball aimed directly at the very foundations of your ego structure. Any false identity, any mask you've been wearing, any part of your life that isn't in complete alignment with your soul's true purpose will inevitably begin to crumble. This can be utterly terrifying if you're strongly attached to the way things have always been. Relationships, careers, belief systems, anything built on a foundation of fear or obligation will be shaken to its very core. The urgent call here is for radical authenticity. The warrior energy of Aries is giving you the sword of truth to cut away absolutely everything that isn't truly you. This is the severance of karmic ties. You might feel a sudden, inexplicable urge to end a relationship, quit a job, or simply walk away from a situation that has been slowly draining your life force. Trust this impulse. It's your soul gently but firmly guiding you out of a prison that you may not have even realized you were in. The next 24 hours represent a critical choice point. You can either cling desperately to the rubble of the past, or you can bravely step into the cleared space and begin building the life you were truly born to live. This is absolutely not a time for indecision. It's a time for bold, decisive action guided by your intuition. Your logical mind simply won't be able to fully comprehend the sheer magnitude of this shift. It will most likely try to talk you out of it, to rationalize, to keep you safe and secure within the familiar. You must learn to bypass the chattering of your mind and listen instead to the deeper wisdom of your heart, your gut feelings. That quiet voice inside you is about to get very, very loud. Your intuition is your superpower, and under this lunar influence, it's being amplified 1,000-fold. Pay close attention to the synchronicities, the song lyrics that seem to speak directly to your soul, the numbers you keep seeing on the clock, the chance encounters with people who say the exact thing you needed to hear at that precise moment. These aren't mere coincidences. They're breadcrumbs from the divine, guiding you along your highest path. The veil between the physical and spiritual realms is thinner than it has ever been. You'll be receiving downloads, insights, and moments of profound clarity that can solve problems you've been struggling with for years. Keep a journal close by and write everything down, no matter how strange it may seem. What comes through in the next 24 to 48 hours are the blueprints for your next chapter. And what happens in your dream state tonight will be more real than your waking life. The moon's pull on your subconscious is opening a direct portal to the Akashic records and the collective unconscious. Your dreams will be filled with potent symbolism, messages from your guides, and even visitations from loved ones who have crossed over. We'll cover the specific dream symbols to watch for and how to interpret them in just a moment. But first, you must understand how to prepare your physical vessel for this immense energetic influx. Your body is the sacred temple that houses your spirit, and it needs to be a clear and sacred container in order to fully integrate these powerful energies without becoming overwhelmed. The choices you make with your body today will determine the grace and ease with which you navigate this powerful portal. This isn't a passive event that you're simply witnessing. You're an active participant, and your preparation is absolutely paramount. The universe provides the wave, but you still have to learn how to surf. The time for practice is over. The wave is here. To prepare your physical vessel for what is coming, you must first understand a fundamental truth of the new reality. Your body isn't a dense, solid object. It's a biocrystalline light receiver, a living antenna specifically designed to download and integrate cosmic frequencies. And right now, the signal being broadcast from the cosmos is of an unprecedented bandwidth and intensity. To receive this transmission without blowing your energetic circuits, you must raise the conductive capacity of your temple. The first and most critical step in this process is hydration. But I'm not speaking of simply drinking 8 glasses of ordinary tap water. I'm speaking of conscious, sacred hydration. The water within your cells forms crystalline geometric structures that hold memory and conduct light. The incoming light codes from this Aries full moon need a pure, coherent medium to anchor into. Therefore, starting immediately, you must avoid all dehydrating and energetically chaotic liquids, sugary sodas, excessive caffeine, and especially alcohol. Alcohol is a numbing agent that lowers your frequency and literally creates static in your auric field, making you unable to receive the clarity that is being offered. Instead, focus on pure spring water or filtered water. And here's the key to amplifying its power. Before you drink, hold your glass of water in both hands, close your eyes, and state your intention directly into it. Speak to it. Say something like, "I charge this water with the frequency of divine, healing, perfect integration, and unconditional love. I ask that this water cleanse every cell of my body and prepare me to receive the highest light." You're essentially programming the water with a specific consciousness, turning a simple liquid into a potent alchemical elixir. This practice alone will fundamentally change how your body handles the incoming energy surge. The next crucial step is your diet. The old paradigm saying, "You are what you eat," is being upgraded to, "You are the frequency you consume." For the next 24 to 48 hours, it's absolutely essential to lighten your physical load. Dense, heavy processed foods require a tremendous amount of life force energy to digest. This is energy that your body desperately needs to manage the spiritual and emotional recalibration process. Consuming heavy meats, fried foods, or processed sugars at this time is like trying to run a sophisticated software update on a computer that is already overheating and has 10 other demanding programs running in the background. The system will inevitably crash. Instead, turn to the foods of the earth that are alive with light and prana, fresh fruits, leafy greens, root vegetables. Think of it this way: you want to eat things that grew under the sun and were nourished by the rain. These foods carry a high vibration that will harmonize with the incoming celestial energies. Grounding foods like potatoes, beets, and carrots will be particularly important to anchor the fiery, ungrounded Aries energy and prevent you from feeling scattered or overwhelmed. The third crucial preparation is grounding. The Aries moon is pure fire energy, and it can easily manifest as anxiety, impatience, anger, and a feeling of frantic, untethered energy if it isn't properly anchored into the earth. The simplest and most powerful way to do this is to make direct skin-to-skin contact with the planet. Take off your shoes and socks and stand on the grass, the dirt, or the sand for at least 15 minutes. As you stand there, visualize roots growing from the soles of your feet, digging deep into the core of Gaia. Feel the stable, nurturing, and unconditional love of Mother Earth rising up through your feet into your legs and filling your entire body. This creates a grounding cord, a circuit that allows the intense cosmic energies to flow through you rather than getting stuck inside you. If you're in a cold climate or an urban environment where this isn't possible, a salt bath is your next best tool. Salt is a crystal, and it has a powerful purifying and grounding effect on the human energy field. Fill a tub with warm water and add at least 2 cups of sea salt, pink Himalayan salt, or Epsom salts. As you soak, visualize the water pulling any discordant energies, any psychic debris, and any emotional static out of your aura, leaving you clear, centered, and grounded. Finally, and this may be the most challenging for many, you must engage in a conscious digital detox. Your phone, your computer, your television, these are all portals, and in the current energetic climate, they're portals for low-frequency information, collective fear, and energetic static that can severely interfere with your BV ability to hear your own inner guidance. The constant stream of information and opinion overloads your nervous system and clutters your psychic space. For the next 24 hours, you're being called to go inward. You need silence. You need stillness. You must create a sacred container for yourself, free from the noise of the 3D matrix, so you can clearly receive the downloads that are meant for you and you alone. Every moment you spend scrolling through someone else's life is a moment you're not listening to your own soul. Make a conscious choice to unplug, inform your loved ones that you'll be unavailable for a short time, and then give yourself the profound gift of your own uninterrupted presence. This preparation of your physical vessel isn't merely a suggestion. It's a prerequisite for navigating this portal with grace. You are the sacred chalice, and you must be pure and ready to be filled with the light of this monumental cosmic event. Now let's talk about the specific signs and inner shifts you'll be experiencing as this energy builds to its peak. You must understand these signs not as problems to be solved, but as confirmations that the process is working. The most prominent experience will be profound emotional volatility. One moment, you might feel a surge of creative energy and inspiration, and the next, you might be overwhelmed by a wave of sadness that brings you to tears. You might feel sudden irrational flashes of anger or irritation at things that normally wouldn't bother you. This isn't you becoming unstable. This is the chironic purge in action. Your emotional body is like a vessel that has been filled over lifetimes with suppressed pain, unexpressed grief, and ancestral trauma. The Aries full moon is turning up the heat under this vessel, bringing all of that suppressed energy to a boil so it can be released as steam. The old paradigm taught us to put a lid on it, to suppress, to be strong. But this very act is what creates energetic blockages and disease. The new 5D paradigm requires radical, emotional honesty and flow. When the tears come, let them flow without judgment. When the anger arises, find a safe way to release it. Scream into a pillow, punch a cushion, go for a run. You're releasing density, making space for more light. Don't attach a story to the emotion. Simply witness it, feel it, and let it move through you. It isn't who you are. It's simply energy in motion. This emotional intensity is a sign of deep healing, a confirmation that you're breaking free from chains you've carried for eons. Alongside the emotional shifts, you'll also experience a range of physical sensations. As your body integrates these new frequencies, the ringing in the ears, or what some call celestial static, will likely intensify. This is you literally hearing the higher frequencies. Instead of being annoyed by it, try to tune into it and ask it what message it has for you. You might also experience heart palpitations, flutters, or a feeling of heat in your chest. This is your heart chakra, expanding and opening to a new level of unconditional love, both for yourself and for others. It's the activation of the sacred heart, the seat of your divine consciousness. Tingling sensations in your hands and feet are another common sign, indicating that your meridian channels are being cleared and life force energy or chi is flowing more freely. You might also experience aches and pains in random parts of your body that seem to have no physical cause. This is often stored trauma and energetic blockages, literally dissolving from your cellular memory. If your right shoulder aches, you may be releasing burdens related to masculine energy or taking action in the world. If your left hip hurts, it could be related to feminine energy relationships or creativity. Don't rush for a painkiller. Instead, place your hand on the area that hurts, breathe into it, and ask it what it's trying to release. Thank your body for its incredible intelligence and for its willingness to let go of these old, dense energies. Finally, you may experience significant cognitive shifts. This can manifest as brain fog, difficulty concentrating, or lapses in short-term memory. Again, this isn't a sign of malfunction, it's a sign of a profound system upgrade. Your mind is being rewired. The old linear logic-based 3D processor is being momentarily taken offline, so that your new multi-dimensional heart-based 5D operating system can be installed. During this process, you won't have access to information in the old way. Be patient with yourself, don't force mental tasks, and simply rest. Allow the installation to complete. When your system reboots, you'll find you have access to a level of intuition, clarity, and creative problem-solving that was previously unimaginable. You'll simply know things without knowing how you know them. This is the dawn of your new consciousness. If you've been feeling any of these signs, the emotional waves, the physical sensations, the mental shifts, and you're ready to embrace this powerful transformation, I want you to go to the comments right now and type, "I release" and "I receive." This is a declaration to the universe that you're surrendering to the divine process. You're releasing all that no longer serves you, and you're opening yourself to receive all the blessings, healing, and upgrades that are your quash birthright. Claim this moment, affirm your journey, know that you are seen, you are supported, and you are right on time. Now, as I promised, we must discuss the dreamscape. Tonight, your sleep won't be just sleep. It will be a journey into the deepest realms of your subconscious and the collective field. The veil is at its thinnest, and the Aries moon is illuminating your inner world, making it a potent time for revelation, healing, and direct communication with the divine. Your dreams will be the classroom, the healing temple, and the oracle, all rolled into one. It's critical that you pay close attention to the symbolism that presents itself, as it contains the precise keys you need to unlock your next level. While dream language is deeply personal, there are 3 powerful archetypal signs to watch for tonight that carry a universal message for all chosen ones navigating this portal. The first and most important symbol to watch for is water. Water in a dream is a direct representation of your emotional state. Pay close attention to the quality of the water. Are you swimming in a crystal clear, calm ocean? This indicates that you're navigating this emotional purge with grace and clarity. Are you caught in a raging muddy river or a violent storm at sea? This signifies that there is deep-seated, perhaps ancestral emotional turmoil being brought to the surface to be healed. It's a call to look at the subconscious fears that are driving your emotional state. Are you drowning, or are you learning to breathe underwater? The former points to a feeling of being overwhelmed, while the latter is a powerful sign of spiritual mastery and the integration of your emotional body. Don't fear the stormy waters in your dream, they're simply showing you what needs to be cleansed. Upon waking, journal about the water. Its state is a direct message from your soul about your progress. The second key dream sign to watch for involves scenarios of being lost, trapped, or navigating old houses and endless corridors. You might dream that you're back in your childhood home, but the rooms are rearranged and you can't find your way out. Or you might find yourself in a maze-like building, opening door after door, only to find more hallways. The ego mind will interpret these dreams as anxiety, but from a soul perspective, this is something much more profound. You're being given a final tour of the old matrix of your own consciousness. The old house represents the outdated structures of your personality, your limiting beliefs, and your conditioned patterns. The reason you're lost is that your soul no longer resonates with this old architecture. You simply don't belong there anymore. This dream isn't a punishment. It's a graduation ceremony. You're being shown the prison you're about to be liberated from. If you find yourself in such a dream, try to become lucid. Stop running, stand still, take a deep breath, and declare, "I am ready to leave this old reality. Show me the exit to my new life." You may be surprised when a door suddenly appears where there was none before. This is you in your power, consciously choosing to exit an old timeline. The third potent sign is an encounter with spirit guides can manifest as animals, ancestors, or beings of light. With the veil between worlds so thin right now, direct communication isn't just possible, it's practically guaranteed. A particular animal might show up carrying a specific message just for you. For instance, a wolf could be urging you to trust your gut instincts and embrace your untamed side. An eagle might be advising you to rise above the everyday drama and see things from a broader, more enlightened perspective. I really recommend looking into the spiritual significance of any animal that seems to be popping up a lot in your life lately. You might also get visits from a beloved grandparent who's passed on, or even an ancestor you never had the chance to meet. They're coming to give you support, share their wisdom, and remind you that you're never truly alone. They represent your lineage of light, making space for you as you work to break free from generational karmic patterns. Don't brush these encounters off as just your imagination running wild. The love and wisdom you feel during these moments are totally real. Listen closely to what they have to say. Feel their presence surrounding you and accept their blessings. This is your celestial support team making themselves known. Now, this isn't something everyone experiences. It's especially for those who are ready and willing to shake up their reality. I put out a special deep dive video just for members called Warning All Chosen Ones. Seriously, watch it before the new moon on October 21st, 2025. It's a game changer. In that video, I spell out the exact activations and protections you need to put in place. Just click the link in the description or the pinned comment and watch it before the energy really hits. If you miss this window of opportunity, you might not get another shot at this level of upgrade. To really tap into the power of this dream portal and this whole energetic event, there's a sacred ritual you should do tonight before you go to sleep. This ritual will help you lock in your intention, clear out any lingering junk from your energy field, and create a strong container for your own personal transformation. It's simple, but the impact it can have is pretty amazing. First, you want to set up your sacred space. This could be your bedroom or any quiet spot where you know you won't be bothered. Cleanse the space by burning some white sage, Palo Santo, or incense, moving it around counterclockwise to get rid of any heavy or negative energy. While you're doing this, say out loud something like, "I cleanse this space of all energies that aren't of the highest divine light and love." Next, you're going to make a small, temporary altar. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. A small table, or even just a spot on the floor will work. Put a white candle on it to symbolize purity and the light of your spirit. If you've got one, add a red candle too, to honor the bold, courageous energy of the Aries moon. If you're into crystals, put a piece of selenite on your altar to cleanse your aura, and a piece of black tourmaline or obsidian for grounding and protection. Now, grab a piece of paper and a pen. This is the most important part of the ritual. At the top of the paper, write something like, "Under the light of the hunter's full moon in Aries, I now choose to fully and completely release." Then you need to write down the core wound that Chiron is bringing to light for you. Be completely honest with yourself here. What's the recurring painful story in your life? Is it a feeling of not being good enough? A fear of being abandoned? A belief that you're not worthy of love? The sting of betrayal? Write it all down. Don't hold anything back. Pour all the pain, the shame, and the grief connected to this wound onto the paper. When you feel like you've written everything, take a moment to read it over one last time, acknowledging the journey it's taken you on. Then, you're going to perform an act of alchemical transformation. Take the paper to a fire-safe place, a fireplace, an outdoor fire pit, or even a fire-safe bowl. Carefully light a corner of the paper on fire. As it burns, watch the flames consume the paper and the words you wrote. Know that you're watching your old pain being transformed into light. As the last embers die out, say your final declaration out loud, with as much power and conviction as you can muster. Say these words: "By the sacred power of fire and the light of the divine, I release these old stories and wounds from every level of my being, across all timelines, dimensions, and realities. I am free. I am healed. I am whole." And so it is. This ritual is like the key that unlocks the door to your old reality. It's your conscious declaration of independence. But what will you find on the other side of that door? How will you navigate the immediate aftermath of this cosmic reset? And what signs will confirm that you've successfully made it through the portal? That's what we need to get ready for next. Rebirth is coming, and it's coming fast. As the first light of dawn breaks on the morning of October 18th, the full intensity of the full moon portal will start to integrate into your life. The world will feel different. You will feel different. This is the moment of rebirth, and there's a crucial 24-hour window right after the peak that will determine how these powerful new energies really take hold in your life and your reality. For many people, this immediate aftermath can feel disorienting, even more so than the build-up leading up to it. It's kind of like waking up after major surgery. You're not in the same state you were before, but you haven't quite gotten used to your new form yet. This period calls for a level of self-awareness, compassion, and conscious decision-making that you might not have experienced before. Every thought, word, and action you take during this time is like a seed being planted in the fertile soil of your new timeline. You've got to act like the sacred gardener of your own reality, making sure that only the seeds of your highest potential are allowed to take root. The first thing you'll probably notice when you wake up is a deep sense of emptiness or stillness. Don't mistake this for depression or just not caring. This isn't an emptiness that comes from a lack of something. It's the emptiness of pure potential. It's the sacred void, the quantum field, right before something new is born. The storm has passed. The emotional purge has cleaned out your inner world, and what's left is a blank slate. You've been energetically scrubbed clean. The old anxieties, the constant worries, the background noise of your old self, they'll all be noticeably gone. It might feel weird, almost unsettling to exist without the familiar weight of your old baggage. You might even catch your mind searching for a problem to solve or a drama to get involved in just out of habit. You have to consciously fight this urge. Don't rush to fill this sacred space with noise, with tasks, with distractions. Doing that would be like immediately rebuilding the old prison on the very ground that's just been cleared for your palace. Instead, your main job on this day is to simply be in this stillness. Honor it, soak it in. This is the womb of your new reality, and you have to let the gestation period happen in peace. This state of being will come with a major change in how you experience the world through your senses. Since your frequency has been raised, you're now literally tuned in to a higher level of reality. The colors of the sky might seem brighter, more alive. You might even be able to see the subtle energy fields, the auras around plants and trees, the sounds of nature, the birds singing, the leaves rustling might sound like a symphony, with each note carrying a depth of information and beauty you've never noticed before. Your sense of taste and smell will also be heightened. Just eating a piece of fruit can turn into a deeply sensual and spiritual experience. This isn't just your imagination. You're experiencing the world through the senses of your 5D light body. Your physical senses are merging with your psychic senses, allowing you to perceive the life force, the prana, in everything around you. This heightened perception is a gift, but it also comes with a new responsibility. You're going to become extremely sensitive to energies that don't resonate with you. The things from the old 3D world that you might have put up with before are now going to feel jarring, even physically painful. Loud, aggressive music, violent TV shows, crowded and chaotic places like shopping malls, or even just listening to other people's cynical and fearful conversations will feel like nails on a chalkboard to your newly refined nervous system. You're no longer on the same frequency as those experiences. It's not your job to just grin and bear it. Your sensitivity isn't a weakness. It's your new, divinely given guidance system. It's your soul's way of telling you in no uncertain terms what is and isn't in alignment with your new vibration. You have to learn to respect this guidance without apologizing or making excuses. If a situation feels off energetically, you have to remove yourself from it. If a conversation drains your energy, you have to end it. This isn't selfish, it's an act of sacred self-preservation. You're the guardian of your own frequency, and during this delicate integration phase, protecting your energy is your most important mission. This newfound sensitivity will also have a big impact on your relationships. As your light shines brighter, it's going to reveal the truth about every connection in your life. The people who are meant to be with you on this next chapter of your journey will feel it. Your connection will deepen. Communication will become more telepathic, and you'll feel an even stronger sense of love and support. These are the members of your soul family, and this energetic shift will bring you closer than ever before. However, the connections that were based on karmic lessons, codependency, or mismatched frequencies will become crystal clear. You won't be able to pretend anymore. You won't be able to force a connection that isn't authentic. The energetic clash will be too strong. This can be one of the most painful and challenging parts of the post-portal integration. People you've known for years, even loved deeply, might suddenly feel like strangers. Conversations might feel forced, and you might realize that the foundation of your relationship was a shared trauma or a shared limitation that you've now outgrown. Please understand that this isn't a judgment on them or on you. Everyone is on their own unique journey and timeline. You've simply finished a specific set of lessons that these souls were here to help you learn. The most loving thing you can do is release them with grace, gratitude, and compassion. Send them love, wish them well on their path, and then let them go. Holding on to relationships that have run their course will only tie you to the old timeline that you've worked so hard to leave behind. It's like trying to wear clothes that are several sizes too small. You have to trust that as you make space by releasing what no longer fits, the universe will fill that space with new high-vibration connections that are perfectly aligned with who you're becoming. This is a universal law. Your soul tribe is out there waiting for you, but they can't find you if your life is cluttered with energetic mismatches. This is urgent. Don't skip this. Watch the members-only briefing, warning all chosen ones. Watch it before the new moon on October 21st, 2025. It will change everything. I reveal the activations and protections you have to put in place before the spiritual energy shifts. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment now. This window won't stay open forever. If you're feeling called to honor your newfound sensitivity and you're ready to make space for relationships that truly nourish your soul, I want you to go to the comments right now and type, "I am a vibrational match for love, miracles." This affirmation is like a powerful signal to the universe. It declares that you know your worth, you respect your energy, and you're ready to call in the connections and experiences that reflect your true divine nature. You're not just hoping for a better life, you're actively attracting it. Now let's talk about something called the echo test, or the final exam. In the days right after a major energetic upgrade like this, the universe will often give you a test. This isn't a punishment, but it's a chance for you to show that you've really learned the lessons you've been working on. The test will almost always show up as a person or a situation from your past that represents the very wound you've just been trying to heal. That ex-partner who embodies your fear of abandonment might suddenly reach out to you out of the blue. A family member who always makes you feel like you're not good enough might try to start an old argument. An opportunity that looks exactly like the ones that led to self-sabotage in the past might suddenly appear. This is the echo of your old reality testing to see if you'll still answer its call. It's a holographic projection from your old timeline checking to see if you're really ready to move on. Your reaction in this moment is everything. The old you would have gotten triggered would have fallen back into the old patterns of reacting, creating drama and feeling pain. But the new you, the one who has integrated the wisdom of the Aries full moon and the healing of Chiron, has a different choice. You have the power to see the test for what it is. You can observe the situation with a sense of calm detachment. You can see the old hook, but you no longer feel that desperate need to bite. You can respond with compassion, but also with firm boundaries. You can choose not to engage at all. When you successfully pass this test, when you choose the new response over the old reaction, you break that karmic cycle for good. You cut the final energetic cord to your old timeline. It's a moment of deep liberation. You'll feel a click, a sense of a final chapter closing. Be on the lookout for this test. It'll come when you least expect it. Recognize it, bless it for the lesson it taught you, and then consciously choose your new empowered response. This is you, in real time, rewriting your destiny. As you move through this new territory, your intuition will be your most important tool. Your logical mind, as we talked about earlier, is being rewired and can't be relied on in the same way. Your guidance will now come through your feelings, through hunches, gut feelings, and a simple, clear inner knowing. You have to learn to trust this new form of intelligence completely. If you're faced with a choice, whether it's big or small, Don't try to figure it out by making a pros and cons list. Instead, quiet your mind, put your hand on your heart, and feel the energy of each option. One choice will feel expansive, light, and joyful in your body. The other will feel constricting, heavy, or create a sense of dread. The feeling is the answer. It's that simple. Your body has become a divine compass, and it will never steer you wrong. This is the essence of living in the 5D flow state. You're no longer forcing things, striving, or struggling. You're listening, feeling, and allowing yourself to be guided by the current of your highest timeline. This will also show up as a big increase in synchronicities. You'll think of someone and they'll call you. You'll have a question and the answer will appear on a billboard or in a book you randomly open. You'll need something and it will show up with effortless ease. This is the universe confirming that you're on the right track. These synchronicities are like road signs on your soul's path, assuring you that you're going in the right direction. The key is to pay attention to them. When a synchronicity happens, pause for a moment and say, "Thank you. I acknowledge the magic." This act of recognition amplifies the signal and tells the universe, "More of this, please." You're entering into a conscious, co-creative dance with the cosmos. The old idea of life just happening to you is over. You're now in a state where life is happening through you and for you. During this delicate integration phase, you also have to be aware of the ascension symptoms that can still pop up. Even though the peak of the emotional purge has passed, your physical body is still working hard to catch up to your new energetic set point. You might still experience waves of fatigue as your cells go through this deep recalibration. Don't fight it. Sleep isn't a luxury right now, it's a necessity. It's during sleep that your etheric body does its most important healing and integration work. If you feel tired, rest. Naps aren't lazy, they're sacred acts of integration. You might also still experience some of the physical sensations like tingling heart flutters or changes in your eating habits. Your body's cravings will be a direct way of communicating what it needs to support this upgrade. You might suddenly crave foods you've never liked before or lose your taste for things you used to love. Trust these signals. Your body's innate wisdom is being activated, and it knows exactly what it needs. For example, a new craving for foods that are high in potassium, like bananas or avocados, is often a sign that your electrical system is being upgraded. A sudden aversion to meat can be your body telling you it needs to stay at a higher, lighter frequency. Become a student of your own body. It's talking to you all the time. The final and most important practice for this integration period is consciously cultivating gratitude. Gratitude isn't just a pleasant feeling. It's one of the highest frequencies a human being can embody. It's the frequency of abundance, of love, of being in harmony with the divine. In the time right after the portal, when your reality is still in a state of change, gratitude is your anchor. It's the frequency that will attract all of your desires to you. Before you get out of bed in the morning and before you go to sleep at night, make a list of at least 10 things you're grateful for. Don't just think them, feel them. Feel the warmth of gratitude spreading through your chest. This practice tunes your whole being to the frequency of receiving. It shifts your focus from what's wrong or what's missing to the abundance that's already all around you. And according to the law of resonance, what you focus on expands. Focusing on gratitude in this powerful, fertile post-portal state is like supercharging the law of attraction. You're telling the universe that you're ready for more blessings, more miracles, more magic. The next 24 hours are your canvas. The stillness is your paint. Your intention is your brush. What you create now will set the tone for the whole next chapter of your life. This isn't a time for just passively watching what happens. It's a time for skillfully and consciously creating the life you want. You've been through the fire of transformation. You've been reborn. Now the final step is to learn how to live in this new world you've unlocked, to fully embody the master you've always been. And the keys to that embodiment are simpler and more powerful than you can imagine. Now that you've crossed the threshold, endured the alchemical fire, and started the delicate process of integration, we've arrived at the final and most important stage: conscious embodiment. This is the culmination of your journey. It's no longer enough to just have spiritual knowledge. You have to become that knowledge. It's no longer enough to just feel the 5D frequency. You have to be that frequency in every thought, every word, and every action. This is where true mastery lies. The coming days, weeks, and months are your training ground for living as a fully awakened, sovereign creator. Being on a planet that's still waking up, you're the pioneers, the way showers, the lighthouses, and how you choose to hold your light will not only shape the course of your own life, but will also create the energetic template for the collective awakening. The universe didn't put you through this intense transformation just for your own personal liberation. You were upgraded so that you could become a living transmission, an anchor point for the new Earth consciousness. This is your sacred mission should you choose to accept it. And the first step in this embodiment is to fundamentally change your relationship with time and reality. The old 3D world runs on a linear timeline: past, present, and future. It's a reality governed by cause and effect, hard work, and struggle. You've now graduated from this limited view. You're learning to live in the quantum now, the vertical timeline. In this state of being, the past no longer exists as a force that controls your present. You've healed your wounds, you've passed the echo tests, and you've cut the karmic ties. The past is now just a library of experiences from which you've gained wisdom. It has no power over you. The future also doesn't exist as a fixed destination you're trying to reach. Instead, you understand that the future is a flowing field of endless possibilities that are constantly being pulled into reality by the frequency you're holding in the present moment. This understanding changes everything. It frees you from regret about the past and worry about the future. Your only point of power, your only point of creation, is this exact moment right now. Your main job as an embodied master is to consciously and deliberately manage your frequency in the now. This is done through a practice I call radical presence. It's the art of bringing your full, undivided attention to the present moment, no matter what it holds. When you're eating, you're only eating. You're feeling the texture of the food, tasting every flavor, fully present in the act of nourishing yourself. When you're walking, you're only walking. You're feeling your feet on the ground, the air on your skin, observing the world around you without judging it. You're pulling your scattered energy back from 1,000 different mental distractions and anchoring it firmly in the here and now. This practice is so powerful because it's only in the present moment that you can tap into your divine power. It's in the stillness between your thoughts that you can hear the guidance of your soul. It's in the present moment that you can consciously choose your emotional state rather than being a victim of old programming. A simple way to cultivate this is through your breath. Whenever you feel your mind wandering into worry or being pulled into the chaos of the outside world, just bring your attention to your breath. Feel the sensation of the air entering your nostrils, filling your lungs, and then being released. 3 conscious breaths are all it takes to pull you out of the 3D illusion and back into the quantum now, your center of creative power. This is your anchor, your reset button. Mastering this will allow you to walk through the chaos of the old world as an oasis of peace, centered and unshakable in your own divine presence. The second key to embodiment is consciously using your words and thoughts. You have to come to understand deep down that your words aren't just sounds and your thoughts aren't just silent ideas. They're incantations. They're these vibratory formulas constantly mold the energy field surrounding you, attracting experiences that align with your essence. In the past, within the older, denser 3D energy, there was a built-in delay, a sort of buffer zone between a thought's inception and its eventual manifestation. This time, lag allowed for a certain amount of unconscious or haphazard thinking without immediate repercussions. However, in the new, higher frequency energy that you now inhabit, that buffer has completely disappeared. The speed at which your thoughts become tangible reality has increased dramatically, almost exponentially. You think something, you deeply feel it, and almost immediately it begins to solidify and take shape in your reality. This accelerated manifestation means that you can no longer indulge in the luxury of dwelling on negative thoughts. You can no longer afford to utter words filled with lack, fear, or constant complaint. To do so is quite literally to cast a spell against yourself, hindering your own progress and well-being. This situation calls for a heightened level of mental and verbal self-discipline. You must become the ever-vigilant guardian, the gatekeeper of your own mind. Whenever a fear-based thought surfaces triggered by old ingrained programming, you must learn to recognize it and catch it in its tracks. Don't judge yourself for having the thought. Don't engage in a battle with it. Instead, simply observe it objectively and say to yourself, "This is just an old program running. I do not consent to this reality being created in my life." And then you must consciously and deliberately choose a new thought, a new narrative that is genuinely aligned with the reality you truly desire to create for yourself. This is the fundamental practice of cognitive alchemy, transforming limiting beliefs into empowering ones. For example, if the thought, "I'll never have enough money," pops into your head, you catch it immediately and consciously replace it with the affirmation, "I am a powerful magnet for abundance, and I am always provided for in the most miraculous and unexpected ways." Similarly, if the thought, "I'll always be alone," arises, you acknowledge it, catch it, and replace it with the empowering belief, I am whole and complete within myself, and I am now drawing to me a divine partner who is a perfect vibrational match for who I am. Initially, this process may feel like a considerable amount of work, a conscious effort. You are in effect literally forging new neural pathways in your brain, rewiring your thought patterns. But with consistent practice and dedicated effort, this new empowered way of thinking will gradually become your default state of mind, your natural go-to response. You will then be consciously scripting your reality from the inside out, shaping your external world with your internal beliefs and affirmations. Remember, your words are like the commands you give to the universe. Therefore, speak only of that which you wish to create and experience. Speak of vibrant health, overflowing joy, boundless abundance, and unconditional love, as if they are already your present reality, fully manifest in your life. This isn't about merely faking it till you make it. Rather, it's about deeply understanding the profound quantum principle that your outer reality is simply a direct reflection of your dominant inner vibration, your prevailing energetic state. You are actively choosing to broadcast the frequency of your desired outcome, aligning yourself with the reality you wish to experience. Now, this understanding naturally leads us to the third and most profoundly powerful practice embodiment, living from the heart. This is the great shift of the ages, the pivotal transformation that this entire Aries full moon portal has served as a catalyst for the shift from being primarily mind-based in our consciousness to becoming heart-based. The mind is undoubtedly a valuable tool. It is a brilliant processor of information capable of incredible feats of logic and analysis. But it is crucial to remember that the mind is not who you truly are. At your core, the mind typically operates based on past experiences, learned logic, ingrained fears, and perceived limitations. Your heart, on the other hand, serves as your direct and unmediated connection to your soul, to the very source of all energy. It is the true seat of your intuition, your compassion, your courage, and your infinite wisdom. It operates fully in the quantum, now unburdened by the past or anxieties about the future, and it knows only love, unity, and the boundless potential that exists within each of us. To live as an embodied master is to essentially make your heart the new CEO of your life, the guiding force behind all your decisions, while gently demoting your mind to the supportive role of a helpful consultant. Every major decision, every significant choice point in your life should be carefully run through the discerning filter of your heart. Instead of habitually asking yourself, what is the most logical thing to do in this situation, you will begin to ask, what does my heart feel is the most expansive and loving choice I can make here? Instead of pondering, what do I think I should do, you will ask yourself, what truly brings me the most authentic joy? Joy is not a frivolous luxury, an optional extra in life. It is in fact your soul's GPS, the internal navigation system that guides you directly toward your highest path and purpose in this lifetime. Anything that brings you genuine expansive joy that makes your heart sing and your spirit soar is an activity that inherently aligns you with your soul's unique mission. Conversely, anything that feels heavy, draining, or like an obligation, a duty you must fulfill rather than a passion you embrace, is a clear sign that you have strayed from your true path and need to reevaluate your choices. Your mission on this earth is not to suffer, to struggle endlessly, or to constantly sacrifice your own well-being for others. Your true mission is to fully embody the unique frequency of joy that only you, with your specific talents and perspectives, can bring to this planet. When you are truly in a state of joy, radiating that inner light and happiness, you are in your highest service, both to yourself and to the world. You become a radiant beacon of light, effortlessly uplifting everyone around you without you having to consciously do or say a thing. Simply following your joy, pursuing the things that ignite your soul, is the most profoundly spiritual and impactful thing you can possibly do. It is the master key to unlocking your divine purpose and magnetizing all that you truly desire with effortless grace and ease. Make a comprehensive list of all the things that truly light you up, that spark your passion and fill you with excitement. These are the activities you would gladly do even if you weren't being paid for them, the things that make you feel truly alive and connected to something larger than yourself. And then you must summon the courage of the Aries warrior, the boldness and determination to begin consciously structuring your life around these joyful pursuits, prioritizing them and making them a central focus of your time and energy. This is the path of the heart, the path of the embodied master, the journey to living a life that is authentically aligned with your soul's deepest desires. If you feel ready to step onto this path, to allow your joy to be your guiding star, and to live a life directed by the infinite wisdom of your heart, I invite you one last time to go to the comments section and declare with conviction, choose joy. This is your solemn vow of allegiance to your own soul, a commitment to living in alignment with your highest self. It is your declaration of independence from the mind-based matrix of fear and limitation, the shackles of doubt and insecurity that have held you back for far too long. It is you claiming your divine inheritance as a sovereign creator of your own reality, a powerful being capable of shaping your world with your thoughts, feelings, and actions. As you step into this new way of being, this heart-centered approach to life, you will undoubtedly notice that your purpose begins to reveal itself not as a single, rigidly defined job or a prestigious title, but rather as a state, being a way of interacting with the world. Your true purpose is simply to be the unique and radiant expression of the divine that you already are, to embody your authentic self fully and unapologetically. For some, this expression will manifest as creating art or music that carries the new frequencies of love, joy, and unity. For others, it will be found in the healing arts, in teaching and mentoring, in inventing innovative systems, or in simply being a loving and supportive presence in their family and community. Do not fall into the trap of thinking that your purpose has to be something grand or world-changing in the traditional sense, something that garners widespread recognition and acclaim. The most profoundly powerful thing you can do is to hold your high frequency, to radiate your inner light in your everyday life, in the seemingly mundane moments. When you go to the grocery store and you emanate a frequency of peace and love, a sense of calm and connection, you are in fact actively changing the world. You are energetically uplifting every single person you walk past subtly influencing their energy fields and contributing to a more harmonious collective consciousness. When you engage in a conversation and you consciously choose to listen with genuine compassion rather than knee-jerk judgment, you are changing the world. You are seeding the collective with the consciousness of unity, fostering understanding and empathy. You are, in effect, a walking, talking acupuncture needle for the planet, gently stimulating points of energetic imbalance and promoting healing. Your very presence, when anchored firmly in the heart, is a potent form of sacred activism that is far more effective and enduring than any protest or political action. The old paradigm attempts to change the world from the outside in by imposing external structures and systems. The new paradigm understands that all lasting and meaningful change happens from the inside out by transforming individual consciousness. Therefore, be the peace you wish to see in the world. Be the love you wish to feel. Be the abundance you wish to experience. Embody these qualities so fully and completely that they become the undeniable reality for you, the fundamental truth of your existence. And in doing so, you make it a possible reality for all, paving the way for a more beautiful and harmonious world for everyone. This is your true purpose, your great work, the legacy you are meant to leave. Finally, you must deeply understand that this journey of embodiment is not a final destination, a point you reach and then remains static. It is instead a continuous unfolding, a spiral of ever-expanding consciousness, a perpetual journey of growth and discovery. There will inevitably be days when you feel perfectly aligned, where synchronicities flow effortlessly and life feels truly magical, as if the universe is conspiring in your favor. And there will also be days when you are challenged, when old patterns resurface, when you feel as though you have taken a step backward, losing ground on your path. On these days, it is crucial to remember the immense power of radical self-compassion, treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer to a dear friend. Remember, you are a divine being, having a human experience, navigating the complexities of life in a rapidly changing world. You are learning to navigate a completely new reality, one that requires a different set of skills and perspectives. There is no such thing as perfection. There is only practice, consistent effort, and a willingness to learn and grow. When you falter, as you inevitably will, do not judge yourself harshly. Simply notice what happened, acknowledge your feelings, take a conscious breath, and gently guide yourself back to the present moment, back to your heart's wisdom. Every single moment presents a fresh opportunity to choose again, to realign yourself with your intentions and your values. This journey is not about never falling down. It is about how gracefully and lovingly you pick yourself back up, dusting yourself off, and continuing on your path with renewed determination. You are never truly alone on this journey. Call upon your celestial support team, your guides, your angels, your higher self. They are always with you, waiting to assist you, but they cannot intervene without your explicit permission. Speak to them, ask for their help, their guidance, their unwavering support, and then learn to listen attentively for their answers, which will often come through your intuition, through meaningful synchronicities, or through the wise words of a friend. You are a beloved and integral part of a vast cosmic team all working together to birth a new world, a world founded on love, compassion, and unity. The October 17th portal served as a cosmic defibrillator, a powerful shock to the system designed to awaken you to the profound truth of who you truly are. A reminder of your inherent power and potential. It was an initiation, a graduation, and a coronation all rolled into one. You have been given the keys to the kingdom, the tools and resources you need to create the life of your dreams. You have been reminded of your incredible power as a creator, your ability to shape your reality with your thoughts and intentions. You have been initiated into the sacred mysteries of the heart, learning to live from a place of love and compassion. Now it is time to live it, to put these lessons into practice and embody them fully. It is time to walk out into the world, not as a seeker, but as a finder, someone who has already discovered the truth within themselves. Not as a student, but as a master, someone who has integrated their knowledge and wisdom. Not as a victim of circumstance, but as the sovereign creator of your own reality. Someone who takes full responsibility for their life and actively shapes their destiny. The journey ahead will be the greatest adventure of your life, filled with miracles, with magic, and with a depth of love and joy that you have only dreamed of. Hold your light high, trust your heart's guidance, and remember always that the entire universe is conspiring in your favor, supporting you every step of the way. This message found you for a reason. You are ready to embrace your true potential. You are worthy of all the good that life has to offer. You are chosen to play a vital role in the unfolding of this new world.